Welcome to Madagascar. It's quite the change of scenery from dreary old England, huh? Apart from the weather, I suppose. They don't call these places rainforests for nothing. The zoo you'll be working in is an ape sanctuary, where we're doing vitally important conservation work. Not just for apes, but for all kinds of species. But apes, well, apes are some of the closest relatives to humans there are. And yet, the way the world treats them is like, well, very much like some of us treat our actual relatives. Anyway, that's why I'm determined that our operation here does some good. If we can all leave some part of the world in a better state than we found it, we'll have lived lives worth living. And speaking of states, I have a horrible feeling I left the house in the right one. When I get back, I expect my life won't be worth living at all.
What do you think of Madagascar then? Bit warm for my taste, to be honest. Anyway, this is Bernie's primate sanctuary. It's not just primates though, we've got all sorts of animals. So why don't we go and have a look at some of them, eh? We'll start by taking a look at the red-ruffed lemurs. They're the ones that look like they should be in a Shakespeare play. Come on, let's head over to them.
Hello, friends. And welcome back to Planet Zoo. We're in the Madagascar now, and we're doing the Madagascan Simian Conservation Project. I may have not pronounced that correctly, and if I didn't, I'm sorry. But yeah, last video ended up being a lot longer than I intended it to. Where did the music go? The music is still there. Okay, it's just not playing music at the second, I guess. But, yeah. It ended up being a lot longer than I originally intended it to. So this time I'm kind of timing myself.
Red-ruffed lemurs are found in the rainforests of Masoala. That's in northeast Madagascar. They can actually live anywhere from 15 up to 25 years. Fancy that, eh? Okay, when you're ready, let's go find our Bornean orangutans.
But, yeah. I'm gonna time myself a little bit more. I do have a Twitch, and I do plan on actually streaming on Twitch there, probably doing like the time scenarios, because I obviously can't, I don't want to break up time to do the time scenarios when they're time, so I'm probably gonna do those in streams. So, yeah, I'll be excited to do that. But for now, let's continue this zoo.
The Bornean orangutan is such a marvellous creature. They're always a big favourite at any zoo they feature in, and they're also the biggest tree-dwelling animal on the planet. Assuming you don't count any lions that got stuck up one. Oh, why don't you take a better look at them? Open up their information panel and go into the animal camera.
Okay. I gotta find one. Okay. Animal camera. Here we go.
Aren't they just incredible?
She said that thing flying.
When you're ready, let's go and have a look-see at some of our beautiful bonobos. They're quite the characters.
Also, apologies if I seem a little off. I'm a little bit down today. I'm okay, but like, just a little down today. Just one of those days, you know? What are we doing now? I hope I'm not talking too quietly either. I do have a really big problem with that where I talk too quiet.
Oh dear! It looks like we've arrived
Oh.
just in time. One of the habitat's barriers has collapsed. And wouldn't you know it, one of the bonobos has made a run for it. We'll need to catch them. But before we do, we should box up the other bonobos to stop them escaping too. Select the habitat boundary to bring up the habitat information panel.
There, boxed him.
Now, we'll need a vet to recapture that escaped bonobo. but it seems our last one left to do some research in the wild. Not an ideal situation.
Oh,
So
look
we
at
need to hire a
him.
replacement sharpish. Go into the zoo section and then into the staff management area.
Boxed, buddy. He returned. You did not get boxed. Here. I gotta hire a vet. The animal went back in myself.
You can
So,
find all of your staff in here, but there's no time to go looking at their particulars at the moment.
done.
Hire a vet.
Funsies.
Okay, that's a relief. So while the vet deals with our bonobo friend, let's go fix up their habitat so they can't escape again. Head back over there.
From here.
As you can see, the barrier's collapsed. Someone's taken their eye off the ball, obviously.
Replace
Let's get this one
boundary wall.
replaced. Select the barrier and then we'll edit it. Delete the broken section of barrier and replace it with a brand spanking new one.
Clicking. Okay. Edit barrier. I need this. And then I delete this. And.
Good. Now that we've done that, we need to make sure to add climb-proof barriers to the top. That way the bonobos won't be able to climb out. Just make sure you've got the correct piece of barrier selected when
It's
you do that.
climb-proof. Oh.
Okay, so go into the options section and select
There we
which
go.
side the climb-proof barrier needs to go on. And don't get it wrong.
We
We're
got it
more
right.
worried about bonobos climbing out than guests climbing in. Nicely done.
I don't know.
And I think
I don't
it's
know.
high
There's some
time we
stories in
unbox
history.
those bonobos, wouldn't you say? The poor mites will get sad if we leave them in there for too long. Select the habitat barrier to bring up the habitat information panel again. And then open the animals tab.
Yeah, but I was gonna say that there's plenty of times in history where humans have climbed into zoo exhibits when they shouldn't have, and then usually it sadly ends in the animal's demise.
And finally, click on
What, it was the person
Unbox
being stupid?
all animals to let them out. I expect some of them are fair bursting for the toilet.
How do I unbox? Unbox? There we go.
So, it turns out that as well as the old vet leaving, the zoo's mechanics did too. We'll need to hire a couple of new ones so we can help stop any more breakouts. You see, mechanics do all sorts of helpful things around the zoo, but one of their most important
Oh, so I
jobs
hired
is
two.
taking care of the habitat barriers. Without mechanics around to repair them, the barriers will crack, crumble, and fall down. And before you know it, we'll be overrun with escaped animals. Go into the zoo section and then into the staff management area again.
I already did.
Gosh, we have been busy, haven't we? Good work there. I'm off for a cuppa. Oh, I think Bernie wants a word with you.
Oh, I hear you had a bit of an issue with an escaped bonobo. The main thing is that you dealt with it swiftly.
Is
And
it
more
Bonobo or
importantly, without the
Bonobo?
animals
Is
stealing
it
someone's
just in his
clothes,
character?
putting them on, and then walking out of the front gate.
I don't think
You
that.
see, another key responsibility for our vets is animal research. Researching animals allows vets to unlock new enrichment items, additional information for our education resources, enhanced breeding programs, and improvements to food quality. The animals' food, not the vets. It'll take more than a research grant to improve the staff canteen. Anyway, as you can see, research is a key part of running your zoo. In order for a vet to undertake research, they require a research centre. And once again, that's something that this zoo is missing. So let's build one. I've marked out an area for you to put it.
So as I was saying, is it Bonobo or is it Bonobo? I feel like it's Bonobo, and he just pronounces it weird because it's a character thing, but maybe it's not. I don't know. But, yeah, the whole Bonobo taking someone's clothes and leaving the zoo was a little goofy. Where are we going?
Now, you've probably noticed that there's already a building where I want you to build the research centre. Don't worry. You see, the building that's currently there is actually a hollow shell, so we're able to place our new building inside of it. If you select the research centre for placement and then hover over the shell, you'll see that it asks if you want to add the research centre to the existing building.
Okay, wait, where are we adding this?
Okay, click to add it to the building. Oh, but that won't place it in just yet, though. First, we'll need to rotate our research centre so it automatically
I
connects to the
know.
path when we
I
place it.
know. I know how to place things. I've already done that. There, done.
Right. Splendid work. Now that we have a brand spanking new research centre, we can give our vets something to do in there. Oh, by the way, it's worth noting that the vets will only do research when they're not required to do any other jobs. That said, you can change what jobs a vet does via their information panel. But let's not worry about that just now. So, let's get our vet researching ring-tailed lemurs. Go into the zoo section and select Vet Research. Here, you can see a list of all the animals present in your zoo, and also all the potential diseases that can occur. Now, drag and drop your vet onto the ring-tailed lemur to start their research.
That one.
Actually, thinking about it, I'm not sure we've got any education boards or speakers by the lemur's habitat. Let's head over there and add some, so our guests can learn all about the furry little delights.
Wait.
First off,
here.
let's pop down 2 education boards. Place them on the habitat barriers at a height that guests can see, or, if you like, pop them down on a stand.
I like the stand one. Oh, never mind. We got it's in there. Can I get like a smaller one? Oh, that's tiny. Whoa, it's huge. I was not ready for how big that is. Whoa, that's a little extra. Oh, that's also huge. That is. Oh, that's even bigger. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. They're getting bigger. Okay, there we go. I want a smaller one though. That's what I'm trying to get. It's also way too big. Way too big. Can't I just have one that is this size? I guess this is the best we're gonna get.
Okay, now that they've been put into position, we have to tell them what animal to display information about. Select one of the education boards to bring up its information panel.
I need one down here. There seems good.
And from the drop-down list, select ring-tailed lemur. Although I'm sure that last part was obvious. When you link an education board or a speaker to an animal, you need to make sure that said animal is close by. If it isn't, the guests will get confused and won't learn as much.
That makes sense.
Okay, now that we've done the education boards, let's pop down a pair of speakers. Speakers play audio to the guests so they can learn while they look at the animals, instead of having to go through the laborious process of reading. Oh, one thing to bear in mind is that it's important not to put the speakers too close together. If you do, the guests won't be able to understand what's being said. Now we simply need to link the speakers to the ring-tailed lemurs, just like you did with the education boards.
I actually clicked a guest. I clicked on our guest. I want this. Let me grab the speaker. There we go. Ring-tailed lemur. Range. No, it's overlapping a bit. There's fine. No, I don't want the guest. Y'all are standing on the speaker. I need it. No. The speaker! There we go.
Fantastic.
No,
Oh, it's worth remembering that education boards and speakers both need power to work. They won't do much good without it. Oh, it looks as though our vet has completed their research on ring-tailed lemurs. We'll need to collect the results. We can do that by clicking on the notification or by going back into the vet research area. Go on, collect your research rewards.
I already
Just
did.
so you know, vets will continue to research an animal even after successfully completing a research level. I suppose when you're in the zone, you're in the zone.
I want to
Well,
finish.
now that we've enriched the lives of our guests, let's enrich the lives of our ring-tailed lemurs. Some animals, like lemurs, will have a climbing need. That means they have a requirement for a certain amount of climbing space, and you can fulfill that requirement by building them a climbing frame. Let's find out how much more climbing space our lemur friends need, shall we? Select one of them and bring up their information panel.
I'll do that later. Oh, I'll barrier. Did it sensible barrier? Did okay.
Next, click on the Terrain tab. Now, as you can see, the lemurs need quite a lot more climbing space. But as it happens, I've already got a climbing frame blueprint built for you. So you can either pop that down or build one yourself from scratch. By the way, it's not always just climbing needs that you have to worry about. Other animals might need a certain amount of water in their habitat so they can go for a swim. They certainly do keep us on our toes.
Okay. Just gonna do that while I'm here. They need climbing space. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's way too big. But it's so pretty for the future. For the future, if we ever have lemurs in one of our zoos, we can use this. I'm going to, because that is beautiful. So now they can have this, if I can figure out a spot to put it.
Oh, that's a
They've been
great
happy.
climbing frame for them. They're going to absolutely love it. Do you know what would make them even happier, though? Nicer food. But that's true of all of us, though, isn't it? You can unlock better quality food for animals through research. Luckily, we've already unlocked some for the lemurs, so all that remains is to make sure they get served it from now on. Let's bring up the habitat information panel by selecting the lemur habitat.
I've tried.
Lovely.
There we go.
Now select the Animals tab. There we go. As you can see, we can set the food quality in here. Just click on the drop-down menu and select Grade 2 Food Quality. Grade 2 Food Quality. My mouth's already watering.
Yeah, it sounds delicious.
So, a new climbing frame and better food. Oh, you've really spoilt those lemurs rotten. Now, I think it's time we looked at one of the zoo's most important responsibilities, releasing animals into the wild. You see, when we feel an animal is ready, we can release them into the wild. But what makes an animal a good candidate for release? Well, their age is an important factor. I mean, we can't release an animal that's a juvenile, just as we can't release one that's gotten too old. They'll also need to be fertile. After all, the idea is to repopulate the wild, so the best candidates will have a high fertility gene. And together, the age and fertility of a candidate will determine how many conservation credits we'll be rewarded when we release them. Now, conservation credits are vitally important. They're the lifeblood of your zoo, because earning them allows you to adopt even more animals. And what's more, the animals you can adopt will be of a higher quality. So, with that in mind, let's pop over to our orangutan habitat.
It's just a little baby. Oh, they're standing in each other. And they left the exact same spot. Oh! I wasn't ready for that. So cute. Are you going to eat? And give me a really good screenshot? You are. Two babies eating? I'm sorry guys about this, but there's the thumbnail. Oh my goodness. Okay, okay. I needed to back away from the baby animals for a moment. But I got an amazing idea when she was talking about that stuff. I could do a zoo where it's solely like specifically rescue animals. So we'll only get animals that are cash, not conservation points, so they can't be above bronze. They'd have bad genes, pretty much. But we wouldn't breed them. We wouldn't breed them. We'd just take them and like there'll be like a little rescue area. Maybe like for retired animals too. So if you see one that's really old, that'd be nice.
Okay, I'd like you to find Agang, the Bornean orangutan in the habitat, and select him, please. You can either click through each orangutan in turn, or select the habitat barrier, go to the
Seems
animals
way
tab in the
easier.
habitat information panel, and find him in the animals list.
I'm also gonna release him. Bye bye.
I know, it's sad to see him go,
There's a
but he'll
lot
be
of
happy out
conservation
in the
points.
wild. And he's a wonderful candidate for release. Young, strong, and fertile. Excellent work there. You've definitely got potential, you know.
Thanks. Sorry, that sounded very
Ah, I see
unenthusiastic.
you've been doing some homework.
What's
Although
this?
it hardly seems like work when you're learning about something as adorable as a ring-tailed lemur. I imagine I'd have got much better grades at school if there'd been less
Wiki.
algebra and more aldebra. Tortoises.
Are you being treated like an
Okay,
outsider?
so far we've done a lot of work with habitat animals, but now it's time to learn all about exhibit animals. Let's build a brand new exhibit. I've marked an area
It's
for
the
our new
baby.
exhibit. How about we head over there?
Where are we going? I was paying attention. Oh, we finished the silver. Look at the
Lovely.
oh, I
Now
can't
let's
see.
build a new exhibit in the gap that's been left. Just add it to the building like we did with the research centre earlier, then pop it into the gap.
Build a Gia monster. Okay. Exhibits. Exhibit. Oh, this is gonna be all touchy, isn't it? It is. I can. There we go.
Perfect. The
Did
next
it.
thing to do is adopt an exhibit animal to go in there. How
Okay.
about a Gila monster? Open up the exhibit trading section and adopt one.
Done.
Just as we do with habitat animals, we need to send the Gila monster to the exhibit. Click on the exhibit to send it there.
I've done this before.
When you send an animal to an exhibit, it'll automatically be given the correct setup. But that doesn't mean it's completely ready for them. So let's finish
You
it
didn't
off.
need to wait.
We'll start by adding some enrichment items. Click on the exhibit to bring up
No,
its information panel.
just a
Good. Now
okay.
click on the layout tab.
There you go. Wait, what are we doing? Layout?
Oh, well, it looks like we've only got the enrichment level 1 items unlocked at the moment. Never mind, let's turn on at least one of them for the Gila monster. That's the ticket. And the last thing we need to look at is setting up the different windows. So click on the Windows tab.
Wait, give me a second. I always love doing this. Trying to like in zoo, when I go to zoos, I always try to find the snakes in the exhibit. This one's Gia monster. I gotta find it. It's in here. Where are you? Are you guys seeing him? I know. Oh, there's like little tunnels. I want to find them. Or her. I wasn't really paying attention to the gender they were. Where is it? Okay, I give up. Where are you? Wait. Why can't I see you? Why aren't you highlighted? Aren't you supposed to be highlighted? Oh, you are. That's why I couldn't see you. You were underground. Yeah, people can totally see you down there. They're probably in a tunnel that's blocked off by this. I can't edit it. I think they're in a tunnel that is, like, not visible. No wonder I couldn't find it. What's in here? What's in here? The lesser Indian iguana. I'm gonna find the iguana then. I wanna find one now. Oh, there it is. Is there one or two in here? Just one. Gorgeous. You know, this would be kind of a good thumbnail picture too. But I really like the lemurs. Look at a picture of this. Wait. No. Wait. I should probably... Can I like the hide the HUD? Or no? There we go. Wait. I need you to politely go away, little orbit thing. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Whoa! Okay, I zoomed out a little bit too much. Whoopsies! Take me back. Okay, there we go. Okay, now, lightly zoom out. I zoomed way out. Whoopsies. Okay. Right, the Gia monster.
You can edit and customize any of the windows on an exhibit. A window can be closed and blank, or have a two-dimensional background, or even a three-dimensional background on it. Why don't you have a play around with the options? There's also an exhibit education board. Pop them down near your exhibits to teach your guests about them. Let's add one now.
So this is... Okay.
Just like the education boards and speakers we put down for the ring-tailed lemurs, you'll need to link these to the Gila monster. Go on.
Oops, I did not mean to do that. I don't even know what I pressed.
Lovely stuff. Now our guests can learn all about our venomous friend here.
Alright,
Right,
they're venomous.
now, I've got a bit of a big job for you.
Well,
I need
kind
you
of
to
venomous.
increase the number of species in the zoo. You'll probably want to
Well, they
adopt
are.
both habitat
Looks like
and
interesting.
exhibit animals to do so, which will mean building plenty of new habitats and exhibits for them. Go on, off you pop. I'll
That's
check in
12
with you when
species
you're
of music.
almost done.
Okay, I think now is a good time to leave it off because it has been 30 minutes. But I think I'm going to stop recording and then start recording and just do a whole nother video. But So I'm gonna split this into 2 episodes, because it's been 30 minutes and I don't wanna leave you guys here for an hour. But, while I was on the topic, I think Gia monsters, those are the, like, they are venomous, but it's interesting because they aren't really venomous in their front teeth. Their, like, back teeth are venomous. And, like, I'm pretty sure. I'm sure it says it in the Zoopedia. I may be thinking of, like, a different kind of lizard. Dia. Many G's. Right there. I'm not seeing much stuff but its venom. Oh, alright. The Gia monster cannot inject venom like a snake. Instead, it administers venom by biting hard and chewing, aiming to put venom-laced saliva in the wound. See, it was the right thing. They have venom in, like, their back teeth, like their molars, pretty much, but they don't really have molars, but they do, and it's complicated. Reptile anatomy is strange, but yeah, they kind of inject the venom into their saliva and then bite you with it. So, which is interesting. They don't inject venom like a snake. But yeah, so I'm gonna end it off here. And thank you guys for watching it up until this point. And I love you. Bye. And have a great day. I kind of forgot about that part. It's been like, as I said, I'm feeling like a little weird today. It's like brain is frazzled. Yeah, have a great day. Love you. Bye.